So to start off our service, we're gonna have a special song from the sax man. Your hymns are under your seats.
What is that song?
Big adventure, tons of fun, a beautiful heart, faithful and strong. You know, very good friends. All right. Thank you. Thank you. So, hello everybody. Welcome to another of the meet and greets here. Up on stage, I'm ACRacebest, and we have...
Hello, I'm Noah Ecken.
And I'm Saber Spark.
So we did a meet and greet yesterday, and actually ran out of time because a lot of people want to get pictures or autographs or whatever. So we're going to keep that in mind for this one and try and, well, make sure that we could get through all of that here today for sure for you guys. So welcome. I hope everyone's having a good time. Are you guys having a good time Saturday? Yeah? Nice. So I know yesterday we had some kind of like a Q&A session, and we could probably do that for... Does anyone have questions that you guys want to ask? Okay, so what we can do with this is... we have a marked line on the ground. So if you guys do have a question, we want to do a line so we don't have anyone stuck with their hands up. Because yesterday, we always feel bad about missing anybody with that. And then after probably 30 or so minutes, should we jump into autographs and all that kind of stuff? Sound good? All right, whatever I want. Oh, thank you, Jesse. His name is Sour Saturn.
Saturn, like a planet. Is it a planet? I'm an English major. Hey Saturn, what's up? Wub wub wub. I almost said wubba lubba dub dub. Hello.
Wait, thank you. Thank you for complimenting my Brony's Rack thumbnails. Yes, yeah, well there's a few that I've just cracked on. There were a couple that just broke me, so yeah. Well, thank you for watching, thanks for coming out. All right. Yeah, well, that was a tough question to repeat. The question was, do vinyl scratch voice?
What an excellent
Hello.
question.
Okay. I'm afraid to know what you saw. So you just got Twitter, you searched my name, and you saw that I got no hours of sleep.
I'm just trying to figure out how you're so expressive.
Well, first off, thank you. So he's asking how I managed to be bouncing off the walls even with little sleep. Adrenaline is one heck of a tool to use. I don't know, like sometimes I kind of thrive. Well, I really enjoy entertaining and you know, being on stage and be able to make people laugh and whatnot. So that kind of feeds me that energy that I needed. I was able to like grab a nap here and there, but it was a rough time. The reason I didn't get any sleep was we had flight issues. Yeah, so and then that affected your sleep schedule because you had to pick me up at a different time. But Who's Line, plus we feed off of the audience's energy with Who's Line, and we had a great group. Anyone here who was at Who's Line yesterday? Yeah. Thank you guys for coming out to that. We had a lot of fun with you guys. So thank you for your question about my lack of sleep.
Is that your intending for it to be as big as it is now?
So the question is, was I intending on Brony's Rec to be as big as it is now? I had no idea, honestly. The whole reason I put it together was I thought this would be funny. It would make me laugh, and maybe other people would get a kick out of it. But when it took off, the first one, when we did the Brony's React to Teens React, I had no idea. Like I was blown away when I saw the view count. Like the next day, a few days later, some of the musicians I knew in the fandom were all talking about it, and I was like, what's happening right now? I didn't anticipate it, but at the same time, I planned for it in a way, because I told everybody when we made it, I didn't want us to try to go out and so to speak, make a point, or like in the sense of trying to be like, oh, this is why bronies aren't bad, or this is why we're not weird. I'm like, I just want us to have fun with this and parody it, because I knew that it was probably gonna at some point get picked up by online trolls, people that didn't like bronies. So I'm like, we're gonna just plan ahead for this and kind of go into making it that way, and it just worked out. So yeah, the timing of it was real lucky. So.
Since they actually acknowledge the DJ Pony in the show, since your voice, everyone loves your voice for Vinyl Scratch, and people think that there's never going to be a voice for Vinyl Scratch unless you do it. I mean, what do you think? Have you ever thought about maybe being Vinyl Scratch's actual voice?
Well, I'm not in the Canadian Union, so I can't voice for the show.
Work on that.
Yeah.
Dane Canadians.
I wish I was Canadian. I love Canada.
Yeah. So the question there was if Jesse's ever thought about being the actual voice of Vinyl Scratch. I mean, essentially, as far as I think everyone's concerned, you are, because that's why they haven't given her a voice anyway. So you're good. You got that set.
Favorite voice role? Yeah. Oh, that's tough. I really like Revy in Dark Swamp. She's always like super fun. And because I'm the writer, I get to improv like all the time. So the script does not resemble what it does when the finished product comes out, and there's a kind of freedom there that I love. I do really like Vinyl though. I really do, because she means a lot to a lot of people, and it's like a really cool thing to, be able to reach an audience that can fill this whole, place. Like, I'm used to anime conventions and stuff, and that's a whole cavalcade of different projects and stuff, but this is just one show, and it can fill this building, and that's like incredible. So yeah, I love Vinyl and Revy.
And Race, this is for you.
I'm getting married, yeah! Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, are you all familiar with Mando Pony at all? Andy Stein, yeah, he has a series he's starting, or I think it's already off the ground, Thatch and Dog. And yeah, they invited me to be the bartender. We need someone with a rough and gravelly voice, and I'm like, I'll do it. And yeah, it was my first time. I'm not a voice actor. I hate recording, actually. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it. It's just, I get very nervous, and I hear all the little clicks and clacks in my voice, and I just get so caught up that it becomes so robotic-y, and it's a mess. That being said, I appreciate the opportunity for them to do it, and I think I did a good job. Hopefully I'll be the bartender who serves it up right. So yeah, I look forward to seeing the final product. It looks really good. Mando's a really good voice actor.
Thank you.
The question is, how did I get into the Brony community? Well, I write a series called Pokemon Bridged, and it's a dumb parody of Pokemon. And I connected with someone who's now a really good friend of mine, Rob Bob, who he wrote a show. I guess it's a show. It's a parody of Epic Mealtime called Epic Cupcake Time, and that was the first video that he was producing for the fandom. And so, because we were both writers, he gave me the script and was like, "Hey, I want some feedback on this." And I was like, "Yeah, this is great. This, and this." And he was like, "Cool," and made it, and everyone liked it. And then they started working on Epic Pie Time, and I was like, "Hey, man, I can't." And at this time, yeah, I was new to the fandom, so I knew I can't do like the main six. My voice is not capable of any of them. But I said, "Hey, I know you're working on the next video. If you want me to voice anyone, I don't know who, but feel free to drop me a line. I'll do it because I love the first one." And he said, "You know what? I think I got something for you." And it's just one line, but I think you'd be great for it. And I was like, "Okay, cool." So he shows me the horse that is white and has a blue DJ mane, and usually for voice roles, they give you I sat down to record and I was like, "Okay, like how about an age? What kind of voice range do you want? What kind of emotion?" And he's like, "Just be you." And I was like, "Oh, like, no, I mean, like, what range?" And he's like, "No, literally just be you. That's it, that's the role." And I was like, "Okay." And she had one line and the internet flipped its butt. And they liked it so much that he was like, "We're gonna make one that's just Vinyl and Octavia now." And I was like, "Really? Did they like it that much?" Because I'm one of those people that doesn't like look at comments or likes or follows or like any of that. So like, it was a shock when I went to like a horse con and people knew who I was. So yeah, that's how I got involved. Yeah.
I was watching the retrospective of Rocks, and the segment you did, Sunlight.
Yeah.
Do you or do you not support that is the question?
Yes. I always support girls kissing girls. I don't even care, the ship is great. No. No, honestly, they have some really, they have some there's some chemistry there. I don't know if I'm just watching it through a lens, but like, sometimes I'd point at my computer and be like, "Are you, like, are they doing this on purpose? I love it, keep doing it." Yeah. How do I balance the voice work? Yeah. I'm not balancing it. I have to learn to be better. I'm very fortunate because I've been working in the voiceover industry for like 10 years now, and because of that, I've earned up enough cred that I don't have to go looking for auditions, they just come to me, and I'm very fortunate in that. And I'm working now more than I ever have, and it's great, and I'm consistently getting paychecks. But it's a lot of work. I'm like, "Oh, can we spread this out a little bit?" So I'm like, I don't get vacations a lot, so this is great. I'm like, do you want the bit?
Yeah. Because, okay, anybody here who's a freelance worker? Yeah? Yeah, I saw this thing on Twitter where it's like, the person who's requesting the commission, "When do we want it? What do we want? I don't know. When do we want it? Now." That's the truth, where it's like, the people who ask for these commissions have no idea what they want, but they want to be perfect and tomorrow.
And the Venn diagram of like, you can have this, this, and this. You gotta pick.
Either fast, it's good, or it's cheap. Or
Yeah. One of those, it's great.
Yep.
But I'm starting to get the hang of it, hopefully. I'm working on the Fallout Equestria audio book right now, and there's a panel on that today if you guys want to go. It's like at 6, I think, which is fantastic. I love it so much, but it's so much work because... Is it longer than the Bible?
I was told that all the questions are longer than the Bible.
It's like 40-some chapters, I think. It's a long book.
620,000 words.
Whoa, really? That's crazy. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I have to read all of that with multiple takes, you know, because I'm a perfectionist. It can.
I just felt bad that you're like sitting over there talking and I have the mic just, I'm like, this is mine.
Thank you.
Yeah, good.
Hello?
So I noticed in the beginning when you were doing Brony's graphics, you just really showed an album really long, a little crisp, a little bit too dragged out at some point.
Okay.
Is there a reason why you make them like really long?
To drive you nuts. That's why I make them long. No, so the way that we put those together has changed. Back in the day when we first started, you know, reacting to stuff, we were reacting to things that were like 2 minutes, 3 minutes long. And then we started taking on episodes, but even those reacts weren't super duper long. They 15, 20 minutes. And that's just kind of been the evolution of some of the reactions, because it used to be like people would react to like one scene every 5 minutes. And nowadays, you know, people are like reacting, some people are reacting to like, literally they'll give me a timestamp and then 2 seconds later they give me the next timestamp and I'm like, oh boy. But the problem is that the people I work with, like a lot of this stuff is really good. Recently, I've had a couple reacts that did, like there was one I think that was almost like an hour and a half. And that's when I was like, okay, I need to change how I'm editing these because it was too long. And you know, I pay attention to like comments and try to get feedback from that kind of stuff, engage like that kind of reaction. And that was one where I'm like, okay, I definitely hit my threshold. I need to get back to where I was even more picky in regards to what makes it in. So it's also just the nature of the beast of reacting to something that, you know, if we're doing 2 episodes, you're looking at 45 minutes of content with 10 people or 11 people reacting to it, and yeah, that's where it is. But I've been working on, especially since like the last react, or 2 reacts ago, I've been working on tightening up the editing more so on my part. That's just been me being like, oh, it's all funny, I like it all, but I'm like, I still need to chop it down. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Hello. Nice to meet you. Air handshake. I'll be able to bro up the air. Come over here. Yeah. All right. That was my back.
We're old.
We've been in this fandom for 84 years.
I remember.
I remember when our eyes were red. What's your question, bro?
It's for ACRacebest.
Okay.
So you run Brony's React, and I've seen all the videos before. So just asking, how does it take to be part of Brony's React?
What does it take to be part of a Brony's React? The thing I always tell everybody is make stuff. Be a content creator. Do stuff with the fandom. Do stuff in the fandom. There's a couple people who've shown up that at the time I don't know if they were even really making content, but they made me laugh at a convention. And being Fireteam Harmony, like we ran into them and we're like, I don't know what's going on with these guys, but they are hilarious. And yeah, I mean, there's not. Oh, there goes my phone. There's not really like, I don't have like something that says, oh, you need to have this many subscribers or this many views or be this popular or whatever. To me, it's if I feel like not only if there's like the content to back up the quality there, because there's some people who put out some really, really good stuff in this fandom that I still haven't had the opportunity to work with. But yeah, essentially that's the starting point, is just make stuff, make content, make an impression on the fandom, make an impression on me. If I might come across your work one day and be like, I really like what's going on here. And I mean, that's essentially been it. I've had the opportunity and great opportunity to get to really know the people I work with on the reacts and become friends with all of them. And so that's been like a kind of real special thing about putting the reacts together. But always looking, always keeping an eye out to see, hey, maybe we'll try this person out too. So yeah, do you make anything? Not yet?
Just thinking about starting.
Go for it, yeah, make something. That's always the first start. because I do have people who come to me, and this is not how you get on Brony's React. I have people who come to me and say, hi, I'm looking to start a YouTube channel, and I want to promote it through Brony's React. And I go, no, sorry, that's not the way. So yeah, make stuff, just have fun with it, and enjoy what you're doing, and if you're not enjoying it, then drop everything and leave, like that. So thank you. I'm so glad we have a saxophone here.
It's great. Why aren't saxophones at every panel?
Hello. Good.
The question was how many episodes left are in Hellsing Ultimate Abridged. The last one, I think, is this year. So, yeah. All things have to come to an end. Oh, I made a whole video on my tattoo, actually. No, it's cool. You can watch it online, or I will abridge it for you. Man, it's a long video. I'm trying to remember. There's like 18 different reasons for this thing. Basically, my tattoos are very important to me because they are like, they remind me to be strong in different ways, you know? And sometimes I'm in the process of transitioning into a man. And sometimes you don't feel comfortable in your body, and you look in the mirror and you're like, God, I hate myself today. That's basically just every day you have to decide I don't hate myself today, and it surprisingly works, or at least helps. And I wanted something that kind of helps me feel masculine, you know, because sometimes you don't feel like a king, and you are one, dang it, you know, like, kind of like that. Yeah, thanks.
If you ever need a pick-me-up, by the way, follow Jesse on Twitter. Every now and then I'm just like, I can do it, yes! Hello.
These were two questions I was going to ask you and Ryan for back.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that.
So, if you ever did like an MLP and Zootopia crossover, who would be who?
MLP and Zootopia crossover, who would be who? So Judy Hopps would be Angel Bunny. I like the really disappointed O in the back. Oh gosh, I don't know. That's one I'd have to actually like sit and think about for a couple years, and then. There was, I think, one horse that showed up in Zootopia. It was in the barnyard scene where they're talking to Judy about her future and how she should not be a bunny cop. Yeah.
What about the nudist scene?
The nudist scene?
I love that scene.
That's a wonderful scene. Yeah. I thought the movie was going to go in a different direction at that point. I'm like, okay. Oh, they didn't. Okay. Yes.
In the season 7 premiere, did you actually leave a crack on the table when you beat your head against it?
Well, I broke that table. Yeah. So IKEA tables aren't as strong as I thought. Honestly, it surprised me more than anything that the table actually broke, because it didn't hurt that much. So I think I have a thick skull. But yes, no, that was Sarah was not. Is Sarah? Oh, there you. She wasn't very happy with me when I didn't even know I broke it. Actually, she was the one who was like, "What the heck? Why is there? What did you do?" So.
Why is there a head-shaped hole?
Why is your head so big? But yes, yeah, good times. Yes, thank you. Hello.
Alright, Jesse. Is there maybe a possibility that we would do more final content in the future?
Yeah, totally. They're asking if I would do more vinyl content in the future. I don't know how I keep reading it like that. Every time I say someone's question, I give it a little thing like this at the end. I don't know why. It's like Patrick Warburton or something. I'm trying to think of the question now. Yes, I'm totally open to it. I don't make the stuff myself, so that's why, I have to be asked to do it. And, some people, I might get requests from, like, little like people that I don't know, I'm less comfortable doing work for them, you know. But if they have like a reputation and like stuff like that, then I'd be like, okay, maybe I can. But like I said, I'm also super busy, so I have to prioritize paid work before fan stuff. So, but yeah, I'm totally open to it. I love vinyl. Yeah.
By the way, we're going to. Yes, I was going to say we're gonna close the Q&A line and try to get through this line real quick. No, thank you. So we'll get these questions taken care of, and then we'll start doing pictures or autographs or whatever you guys want. So, all right, hello again.
So this is for Saber, actually.
Take both.
Yes.
So I noticed recently while watching Toodle streams that you happened to pop in there and advertise.
Yes, exposure through artists for free. Right, Sarah? Thank you. I need exposure. I need it.
And I was wondering, what is actually the limit for trying to get patrons and subscribers?
Oh, the Patreon stuff is more of me just goofing. Because it's kind of become like its own trope where it's like, subscribe to me on Patreon. I'm not knocking on folks who do have Patreon. It's not like I'm knocking on folks who actually do use Patreon. Because like sometimes you can't get that large enough of an audience on YouTube, so you need to supplement it with the fans and viewers who really do care and they would like to talk to you on a more intimate level. So
for example, if you had the option to get 100,000 subscribers, what is your limit for what you would do for that?
I mean, I already feel like I have a lot more than I ever expected at the moment. That being said, like, I don't know. What I would do to earn it is keep making content to keep them happy, and hopefully that's enough to earn their viewership and perhaps income and their mother's credit card number.
The occasional oops.
What's the code on the back also?
Has your credit card number gone missing? Enter here and find out.
Hello. Dr. Wolf, yeah.
I have actually a pretty good question. Due to copyright strike his video for like Brony, like where he was just throwing links, but they said it was inappropriate content. Why? Why did you do that? Like, I'm just trying to like Dr. Wolf, like was trying to explain, but they gave me the answer. What you said
YouTube's a hard one to explain, honestly. The question was in regards to YouTube's policy about what is not, like, was it taken down for someone threw a boot? Well, that's not very nice. You shouldn't throw boots at people. So, I mean...
Clearly, it's very violent. We can't expose our children to
Don't throw boots at people. No, it's...
Go watch Looney Tunes instead where nothing violent happens.
It's very frustrating, especially for people that are, like, relying on YouTube income for their living. It's really hard because YouTube will occasionally just be like, this isn't family friendly. You can't, or it's not advertiser friendly. They don't care about families. And it's just so weird because you're like, you don't even give me a reason. You're just like, no, we know you. You're just not good. Like, doesn't Paleo get that all the time where it's just like, every video he uploads is automatically not friendly?
It's gotten better because YouTube is basically just a bunch of algorithms and bots trying to sift through stuff.
Yeah, the bots are kind of sometimes the bots go a little too crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. YouTube is that's the thing about doing YouTube for a living is one day your channel just might be toast. Because like there were animators back in like 2009 and 8 and they got paid great through YouTube, and then YouTube's like, okay, we no longer value short videos, we want long form content. And all those animators basically were like out of a job because it takes too long to make a video that short and not get paid for it. So yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Hello.
Hello. My question's for
I like it. This one.
I thoroughly enjoy your work, like pretty much everybody here.
Thank you.
My question is, if you could play any character to your satisfaction, which character would you play? And I'd like to also ask for a
Sure. So the first question was it if I could voice anyone? You know, if my voice just happened, like, if ideally, if I could pick any character voice in the show. Ooh. I would love to do a really good Rainbow Dash. I think she has a very unique sound, and when you do voiceover, a lot of it is just like molding. So you take one voice, or even impressions, like you do impressions of already known characters, and then mold them a little, and then you can make them your unique character. And a lot of voices are developed that way, and that'd be cool because Rainbow Dash is so unique that I think I could, even if I could do a perfect Rainbow Dash, then I have that, and then I could tweak it a little more to make this, and then tweak it this way to do that, like a bunch of branches, you know. So that'd be cool. I'd like Rainbow Dash. And what was the second question? What do I think of Octavia? I love her. I mean, why wouldn't I?
I ship it.
Yeah, no, I ship it. Yeah.
Hello.
Hey. Yeah.
I actually have a question for you. Who voices Sonic character?
Yeah, I'm kind of familiar with Sonic. It's more of like my roommates love Sonic, so I hear about it all the time, and they've forced me to like play games and Shadow the Hedgehog and stuff like that. Yeah, Shadow has a gun. It's great. Like, what? Yeah. One of the voices of Charmy the Bee is actually Max from Pokemon.
So I think Charmy sounds something like this. Charmy the Bee.
That like thing, yeah. So I can do Charmy. Tails is interesting because Tails' voice has changed so much. There was a boy voicing him, then a woman, and then like, you know, there's a whole evolution. So I can't say voice Tails because I don't even know what Tails sounds like really. It's, you know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know which I like better. I liked all of them. So, but yes. If I could mold my voice to be anything like the last question, I would want to voice Shadow. That's a cool voice. Sure. I've been watching too much Rick and Morty. I keep thinking Wubba Lubba Dub Dub every time. That's not what she says. The bass cannon. Is that what you're thinking, or?
Actually, no. I was thinking more like Wubba Dub Dub and MFers.
I can say MFers, but not the actual.
How about just essentially like that?
Yeah. Purple Eyes can do that really well. Like, I don't know why. You don't even know who Purple Eyes is probably, but. Well, I'll be on panels with this guy, and he'll just like censor himself live. Like he just has, like he talks like that, and I'm like, how are you doing that? Yeah, Wubba Dub Dub. It's been so long. I said it, and I created it, and I don't remember what it is. Wubba Dub Dub, hop in the tub. That's her famous line.
That's the line?
Wubba Dub Dub, mother effers. Bass cannon. That's close. That's close. I'm sure it's something like that. You're welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
How about this close?
That's even closer. Oh man.
OTP for what now? I'm sorry. Oh, I like Sunset and Twilight. Like they're really cute. There actually is like legitimate like chemistry between the two. That and Lyra and Bonbon. Not really. No. I don't really ship them with anybody, to be honest. Like, because I'm one of those stubborn people where I'm like, I don't just grab a character and slam them with somebody else. No, there's anything wrong with that. You do you. That's for tonight's panel. But no, like I truly think that Sunset and Twilight have some like legitimate chemistry, and I'm like, that's so cute. Maybe a couple someday, but we'll see. We'll see.
I do. Yes, I love Zootopia. Yes.
I'm vegan, and I like my favorite part about Zootopia is the idea that everyone gets along.
Yeah.
And Goofy and Pluto. What's up with that? Who was the dog? Who was the man?
There was actually a Mickey Mouse episode where like Pluto got injured, and there was because Mickey was going to take Pluto to a dog contest, and they're like, "Shoot, we need a replacement," and they took Goofy to be like the replacement dog, and I'm like, I love it. It's so meta.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because that's actually I've never really thought of it that way. That that vegans felt like they got something out of Zootopia too. They do eat bugs though. Oh yeah, that's the protein in it. Dun, dun, and fish. So it's not completely vegan. There's a fish market. Thank you.
Have you ever thought about the idea that humanity might one day reach that level of peace? That never happened?
Well, I was, yeah, I mean, the interesting thing about it is that Zootopia has, the question was, can humanity reach that level of peace of not eating other things? But I guess
It's a very philosophical question.
I was going to say the difference with Zootopia is that you're talking about species that literally do eat each other, well, not eat each other, depending on how much they like each other, but they, you know, you have predator, prey. The thing is that for us, it's not like humans, hopefully, are eating other humans. You know, you're actually dealing with animals that they do eat other animals, like carnivores. They eat other animals. So I don't know. That's an interesting way to think about it. But it's also so complicated in Zootopia because of that. And I found it very interesting with how they formalized everything. So yeah, of course. All right, down to the last two.
So my question's mainly for you, Chris.
Okay. Thank you.
One that I was going to say, because being a military, but also a car guy, probably.
All right.
Have you ever thought, because I know it's the low budget series?
Yeah.
Which, that's pretty fun to watch.
Well, thank you for watching the low budgets.
I'm going to suggest the Gambler 500.
I've heard about the. Were you the one who told me about this? Someone else was talking to me.
Matt told you.
Matt was the one. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, I've heard about those. Sound like a lot of fun. To me, I don't know if I have the time quite to do them, but they seem like a lot of fun to do. I always loved seeing basically a Gambler 500. You buy a really crappy car, and you have to make it last for a while. So yeah.
It's like 500 miles, and the budget's $500.
Yeah. Oh really? He found a Viper for $500? Oh, a Firebird. Okay. I was like, wow. As of right now, no. I have a car that is it's a Cadillac. I don't know if you've gotten to this episode yet, but the last upload of the low budgets I did was a trailer race, which is with full-size cars, and actually Toodles, she's the one who paints all these cars up, and it's Twilight Sparkle, and we have a big old horn on it and wings flapping around, and I'm literally driving through trailers in this thing, and I actually demolished cameras. It was a very expensive event, but stuff like that. Like, we have cars that aren't intended to get destroyed, and those we also look to paint up. Like, we always do Rainbow Dash as a race car and whatnot. And of course, I always get like kids that come up and they're like, "Dad, look at the car," and he's like, "What's this from? I don't get it." So that's a lot of fun too. So.
Save the footage from the cameras that got.
No, because I couldn't find the cameras. They were in so much debris that they got destroyed. There was one camera we did find actually, and the footage survived. I had a camera on my dash, and the airbag went off. I didn't realize there was an airbag still in there, and it literally flew into the air for hundreds of feet. And somehow that's the footage that survived. I couldn't find the other camera though. But thanks for watching the low budgets. Oh yeah?
That's a CBR 600, and it recently got stolen, and it was recovered. One of my Rainbow Dash stickers was beheaded.
How rude. I mean, besides the fact that they stole the motorcycle. Cool. Well, thanks for your question. All right, final one. Okay.
First off, so I'm a voice actor. I've been doing it for about 2 years.
I do a great job.
But I
I've been trying to expand. How do I get from the point where like, I have to search for auditions to the point where people are coming to me? Like, how do I get to that?
That's a good question. We had an internet voice acting panel last night where we answered things. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. I don't know. I just worked for 10 years. Like, the thing is, I kind of, you work and work and work, and then you have to, like, stop giving a crap, I guess, about the right things. Like, care about improving and stuff like that. But if you don't, I do auditions and I completely put it out of my mind. Just forget about it. You kind of just do that until success happens. As weird as that sounds, like it's just a kind of keep chugging along, don't get a big head, just keep working, keep improving. And I just woke up one day and I was getting consistent work, you know, like I'm very fortunate. So, but I put the time in and stuff. And I've been working for 10 years. And at the 5-year mark, I was like, maybe this isn't gonna work. Maybe I'm just gonna like do my own stuff. 6-year mark, it was still like that. 7, 8, 9, still that. And then 10 happened and I'm getting consistent work. So like, it might just happen out of nowhere. But if you just put in the work and keep going, that's the thing. A lot of people just give up, not with voiceover, but also anything in life. They just don't get the results that they want as soon as they want, so they give up. I do that with working out all the time. I start doing and I'm like, I'm not totally ripped yet, so obviously it's not working at all, and I give up after a couple months. So
diet for one day and you're like, nothing.
Why? Nothing's changed. I'm gonna eat a cake. But yeah, just eat cake and keep going. Yeah.
Okay.
So in one of the Brony's racks, you lit a match.
I lit a match in a Brony's rack and I threw it in a trash can.
Yeah. Did that fire ever spread? Like, how did you put that out?
Yeah, so California's still on fire, by the way. So that one, yeah, don't play with matches, kids. Yeah, that was actually, so what I did with that effect is that I had the match, I think I put it out and then threw it, I don't remember. But anyways, I chucked it in, and I think like I set up a flashlight that I had to turn on with my toe. So I had to like flick it, but the problem was I had to do this like, you know, because the match, I had to chuck it out. And so I had to keep doing this because I would never kick the flashlight right. And so like, that's why all of a sudden there's like immediate light. And yeah, that was actually a real pain to do, but the payoff for it, I was like, okay, cool, I was able to complete it. But yes, no, I did not burn down my house that time. So, yes. All right, well, thank you. Thank you all for your questions, by the way. Now we're going to take the time to meet with you guys.